Hello again, Fairhaven Town Administrator Keith Hickey with the latest edition of Town Report for the week ending February 13th. Hope everybody's doing well. A couple of things just want to make people aware of before we jump into the agenda that was discussed this past week and some other items. Town office building and most every other building except for public safety buildings will be closed on Monday the 16th to celebrate the holiday. So please don't try to come in and do any business at the town hall or the library or any other non-public safety buildings. The buildings will be closed. I also want to recognize a longtime police department. Sergeant Michael Bouvier, dedicated 30 years of service to the police department, has retired. He was a sergeant that led dozens of novice and seasoned officers, providing guidance, accountability, and professional development while setting high standards for performance and integrity. He was a school resource officer and was able to foster a lot of really strong relationships with some of the kids in the schools, the teachers, and the families of those kids as well. His most significant achievement was his first community outreach unit in the region, where he conducted over 500 follow-up visits for those who had opioid overdoses or substance abuse concerns. So tough loss for the Fairhaven Police Department, a well-deserved retirement for Sergeant Bouvier, and we wish him all the best in the future. Moving on, the Select Board had a meeting on Monday night, the 9th of February. It was a fairly short meeting. There was some discussion and some additional information provided by our Recreation Director. The Recreation Department, for town meeting members, will be providing a free daycare service the day of town meeting, which is Saturday, May 2nd. Anybody who's a town meeting member can drop their child off or children off there. They'll be supervised by town staff members that are working for the Recreation Department and are trained in keeping an eye on the kids. We would ask you to bring whatever snacks and lunch you would like to feed your child, but the oversight will be free. If you are a person who wants to attend town meeting and you're not a voting member of town meeting, the cost is $35 for the day, and we would ask you to bring the food and snacks as well if you'd like some. So I want to thank the Recreation Director, Bernadette Berrier, very much for her. She knew it was an issue last year, so she proactively stepped up and is offering the service. And obviously town meeting this year is going to be a challenge with potentially an override vote that'll be considered. So we want to try to get as many people there as we possibly can to discuss, deliberate, and ultimately vote on what's brought forward at town meeting. So there's an opportunity. All you need to do is reach out to the Recreation Department during regular business hours and let them know what you're looking to do, or you can go online at fairhavenrecreation.activityreg.com to sign up your child or children for that opportunity. We also waived the parking fees for the 13th annual West Island 5K run on the 26th of April. So that event can go on without charges for parking. The Select Board approved a one-day liquor license and wine license to Buzzards Bay Coalition for the 20th of June for the annual Buzzards Bay Swim at Fort Phoenix. Select Board also appointed Suzanne Bellinger to the Belonging Committee and Kathy Melanson as an associate member of the Zoning Board of Appeals, and Bob Espendola to the Open Space and Recreation Plan Committee. So I want to thank those three people for volunteering their time to help out, fill a board opening, and provide some guidance and feelings about how they'd like to move forward with items that are being considered by the boards and commissions they're going to be serving on. Some other things just to make people aware of. Again, the Finance Committee is working through the fiscal 27 budget. They met last week for the first time. They're meeting Thursday, the 12th of February to review Board of Public Works budgets. There has not been a lot of discussion at this point on what is going to occur or may or may not be brought forward as far as an override goes. Those conversations will be ongoing, but I think it's going to be important for people to again, keep an eye on what's happening. The Capital Planning Committee met on the 10th of February and finalized their capital improvement plan for town meeting this year. That information will be uploaded to the website sometime this week, so you can take a look at that if you'd like to see that. The budget process, as I mentioned, is ongoing. A lot of tough discussions, a lot of tough challenges facing us. Having people be aware of what's happening and sharing their opinions in a constructive way would be very, very beneficial to everybody involved. So try to keep an eye on that if you can. People have questions, again, all the information on the proposed budget is on our website. I urge you to take a look at that. If you have questions, comments, concerns about anything on there, or you'd like to see something that isn't on there, let me know what that is, and I'd be happy to try to address the concerns you have. With that, I want to thank you again for watching this week. Hope everybody has a nice long weekend for those who have it, and we'll talk to you again next week.